What's going on, Fortnite fans? My name is Clumsy Noname, and in this video I'm going to be dropping into Flush Factory 100 times. Flush Factory actually returned because a lot of old locations returned this season, like technically Tilted Towers, but it's Salty Towers, and we had Tomato Town, Durr Burger, and I'm sure more that I just can't think of off the top of my head right now. But out of all of those, I wanted to drop Flush Factory the most. Now without any further ado, let's jump into game number 1. Now the first thing I would like to point out here is that this was the first day of the season. Like literally the first day, pretty early on in the day too, because I woke up early for this. In fact, I got like no sleep that day. I was super sleep deprived, but we don't talk about that. But my point is that literally, even though it was the first day, pretty early on in the day, no one dropped here. And that's why I love Flush Factories, that you can go here, it's just a nice relaxing drop. I literally counted probably 10 of the 100 drops I got contested, and most of them were towards the end. And even in game 1, I started formulating my game plan strategy, which is pretty much just break all these conveyor belts for a lot of metal and break the toilets on top of them. For some of them are made out of brick and some metal. I don't know why some toilets are and some aren't. We don't question it. Except all of the mats in the world won't save you from being bad. And in game 2, I left with some pretty good loot, including a harpoon gun. And a harpoon gun is very good because you're near Slurpy Swamp, which has a lot of fishing spots. So either that or a fishing pole and you're set. You have a decent chance of winning, honestly. And later on, I was just gliding whenever I got a random a.i.m. I must have damaged him and then he died to storm or something. I'm not entirely sure how we got into this situation, but we're here now, so we have to deal with it. How do I win? Fortnite Chapter 2 in a nutshell. Fish, and you win, and a heal off. So I used up all of my fish, and then this guy tried to bounce up towards me with this bounce pad, but I shot him, and then the other guy died to storm, and I won. We always love to get a win this early on. Game 3, someone actually contested me, but they were trash, so I dealt with them. And later on, I shot at this person, but they must have ran out of mats or something, because they did not defend themselves at all. And then I was fighting this person with attack, and I don't know what was going on with attack at the beginning of this season, because it would hit for 35 and 20 every single time. Now it works fine for me, but just back then they were like broke. Anyway, I'm trash and died, so don't worry about it. Game 4, I didn't run into anyone until I ran into this poor banana, which I killed. Best kill of my career right here, definitely. And then later on, I killed this bot Tony Stark for the Mandalorian sniper. I didn't even take it because honestly I could care less about the Mandalorian jetpack and sniper. I mean, they're not bad, not good. But anyway, I shot this guy for a lot, so then I rushed him. But anyway, that turned it into a 1v1, so I fell into this guy and then I lost. Oh. Game 5 is surprisingly one of the few drops where I actually messed up my landing. Later on, I was fighting this guy, and at first I thought that my game crashed, but no, it just froze. Very cool, Fortnite, thank you. Oh, by froze, you thought I meant for like 5 seconds or something? No, literally like 10 seconds straight, and then it finally came back after I was already dead, clearly. To be honest, there isn't much to say about Game 6. I sort of killed this guy, and then I was low from the other guy, but I did still do pretty good, considering that I did damage this guy a little bit with my harpoon gun. And in Game 7, you can tell I tried to up my graphics because there are a bunch of shadows around, except my computer can't really handle it. So please watch all my videos to get me monetized. That way I can buy a new computer that can actually run decent quality Fortnite. Please. Or if you don't want to do that, then use code Clumsy Noname in the Fortnite item shop. #ad. So like, yeah, I died later on because I had horrible FPS and also I don't know how to shoot a charge apparently. Game 8 was played with shadows for some reason. Don't worry, you'll see them more later. But right now, let's talk about my computer some more. I messed with the settings a little bit, and I mean, I found something slightly better, except my FPS is still trash. Because sometimes my FPS is trash even with all low settings. So I don't know why I ever thought this would work. Game 9, I finally accepted that I'm not going to be able to have good quality. So that means this stuff had nothing to do with FPS, I was just trash. This is the one future that Doctor Strange saw out of the 14,605 that they won. Anyway, I haven't really talked about this that much since the beginning, but look at my mats. It's been like this pretty much every game if you go back and look at it. I just have a crap ton of mats from Flush, and that's still why I love it. So anyway, I killed Galactus Girl, and then someone started SMG spamming me, and then faced into my box and slaughtered me to death because Fortnite Battle Royale. I just died to Aquaman. I should retire from Fortnite. Game 12 has no sound, but that username is sus. But that doesn't really matter because I died off spawn. Game 13 started off with me murdering an innocent Christmas tree. And later on, I was fighting this guy and he pulled out an RPG and RPG'd himself. Very cool. And later on, I killed the penguin or something. I don't really remember his name. And then I RPG'd this guy and brought it down to a 1v1. Yeah, to be honest, all you need to win sometimes is an RPG, just as long as you don't RPG yourself. Luke the Notable, I'm looking at you. Game 14 was played as Master Chief because for some reason Halo is in Fortnite. I also killed this bot. I mean, maybe they weren't a bot, but they were bad. Later on, I was bill fighting this guy near Pleasant Park, except he just kept running away through stairs, so I just broke a build and he fell to his death. Okay. And then I killed this person who wasn't a bot, but they weren't that good because they weren't even looking at me. Game 15 was played on performance mode because it supposedly helps your frames, which I'm not gonna deny, except it looks like absolute garbage. I look like I'm playing on a PS2. In fact, there's even an invisible tree here that I'm shooting at. I mean, 100% is not a tree there, but I mean, okay, Fortnite. Anyway, I lagged out, so I mean, doesn't matter. And in Game 16, this guy rushed me and shotgunned me to death. Game 17, nothing interesting happened until it turned down to a 1v1. The other guy had a Dragon's Breath sniper, which at this time I think it was like the first day it had came out. But then I backed down to hide from it, and then I lagged again. Oh. And don't get me wrong, I didn't disconnect. I just could not move for a solid 40 seconds, and then it just cut to me being dead by the sniper. Okay, Fortnite, as you can even see in a little bit of that sped up footage, I almost left. But no. Shot! I'm sorry, but I'm taking away your living privileges. Oh, I'm sorry to inform you, but you too. And then I found a llama, which normally I would break, but I'm searching it for XP because I want XP this season. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this guy probably ran out of mats considering he just sat there with this build menu out forever. But anyway, it ended up at the Coliseum and I would just build up with all my metal structures and then it turned into a 1v1. And it turned into a heal off, except I had 3 fish and chug splashes, except I didn't even end up using them. Because the other guy must have been low from the other fight, so he just died to storm before I used them. I mean, technically I did use a fish, but it was after I won. Still. Game 19, I tried to use a Dragon's Breath, and, you know, I died. Game 20 was Sweat Central, I don't want to talk about it. Game 21 is played as Daryl Dixon. Walking Dead's in Fortnite 2 now. Okay. I'm gonna just skip to the end. I had 5 kills, and I hit him for literally like 190, and then my game froze slightly. Game 22 is played as Michonne because, you know, Walking Dead, like I said, but then I disconnected. Hardest kill of my life, right here. Watch it carefully. Later on, I ran into Blackbeard and tried to pickaxe him, but I'm bad, so I just ended up shotgunning him instead. Fortnite meta go burp! Fortnite meta go burp! Game 25, I sniped this guy who was standing still. I know, pretty cool, right? Sadly, I'm garbage at the game, and that was that guy's wall, so he just edited in and shotgunned me because Fortnite Battle Royale. Game 26, I somehow killed this white superhero skin. I'm actually quite proud of myself, and they had an RPG. Well, after that incident with last game, at least we're on Game 27, which is always the best game of the 100 drops. You know, as much crap as I talk about the Dragon's Breath shotgun, sometimes it can be good, but I mean, most situations you should probably just take attack, or charge, I guess. Huh, y'all remember sand tunneling? At the time of editing, it's still not out, and it's been disabled for like, literally 2 to 3 weeks. It's such a shame too, because I really do like that feature. It's just super bugged, apparently. I really wish it would come back out, though. Maybe it is by the time this video is out, too. I don't know. Like I said, Dragon's Breath can be good occasionally, except, I mean, this guy had a gold tack, so I'm taking gold tack over it because I like tacks more than Dragon Breath, even though it's sometimes good. I don't know, I'm having a mental breakdown. This is why I love sand tunneling, by the way. You can just jump out and surprise people. It's very fun, actually. This guy also had a gold scar and gold RPG for me, so that's pretty cool. And like I said earlier, as long as you don't blow yourself up with the RPG, they're actually pretty good. Also, yes, I did spray into his box and win this game. Game 29 is the first day that planes came back. I also still don't know if those are still in the game by the time this video comes out. I hope they are. They're very cool. I don't know why they ever got removed in the first place. Please leave them in Fortnite. Literally not even joking, I got so bored this game that I made my own airplane hangar. I don't know, I'm just a different breed of bored. And I killed this sweat to bring it down to a 1v1. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, the other guy was literally so trash, so I just killed him. But I mean, hey, first one with planes back. I love planes. I don't know why this guy stayed in this car, but he did, so he's a pretty easy kill. I don't want to talk about my death here. I had 2 people shooting at me and only me whenever we were all in the same box, but it's fine. So, game 31, I did this. Yep, I broke all Flush Factory. Me and my dad did this all the time, and I promise you this is not the only time in the video I do this. Sadly, I couldn't really look back on it because of the storm, but later on you'll get some better shots of it. Game 32, I died to a sweat. You can't win them all. Game 33, I literally got trick-shotted. I'm not joking. Someone trick-shot me. I am this bad. It wouldn't be a Clumsy Noname video without a kill montage. I don't know how I haven't done it yet, but here you go. Back-to-back win? Question mark, thinking emoji. Game 36, I ran into Ruckus and he dropped a gold AK and a purple RPG, so if you run into him and he's still alive, then you should probably kill him. Doesn't really matter that I had it anyway because I died to Storm. And in game 37, I got this actual decent snipe somehow. Genuinely real talk, I feel like sniping's been easier this season. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like it at least. I killed this guy after missing most of my shots because I'm a bot, but he did drop the dub shotgun. And to be honest, it's sort of sad because I probably would have won this game if it registered this shot. Game 39, I started out just to do a challenge. And it somehow escalated to here. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I figured I wasn't gonna win this game, so I was just trying to build around and make myself survive as long as possible. And then the other two just died to each other because one killed the other and then they died to fire. Free win, I guess, so I mean, I'll take it. I had one kill. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, game 40 I was just being a big bot. I don't know what my plan was. Game 41 was played in Score Royale, and I'm not going to go too deep into the details of how this game mode works, so if you want to go figure out how, then go watch Luke the Notable's 20 drops about it from a few years ago, because it's pretty much the same concept still. I will say that pretty much just anything you do gives you points, so you don't actually have to kill to win, you just get the most amount of points. For the record, I said you don't have to kill, but I want to kill, so I'm going to kill. And the great thing about this game mode is that we were in second place. So we just killed the person in first, and now we're in first. And at this point, I just have a god loadout, so I'm not even worried. And I'm just going to skip to the end because we didn't kill anyone else, but we ended up winning because we had the most points. I mean, there was another team, but we never saw them, so we just won by points. So then it was a 1v1, and I killed this guy by sniping him. Like I said, I feel like sniping's been easier. Game 43, I might have died, but I died in my homeland. I would say I'm just a bot in Game 44, except to be fair, there was lag. Game 45 started off good, I killed this sweat. And then I almost died to this bot. And then I killed another sweat because he got trapped on a stair. And then I was fighting this guy and shot him and then I died? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers, the body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past. In Game 47, I killed the homeless man who no longer owns a minigun because Fortnite vaulted those. Fortnite, bring back the minigun for Luke. Maybe he'll do more 100 drops. I just want 100 drops content from Luke so I don't have to keep doing this, please. Enough with the mental breakdowns. This guy shockwaved into my box and then my game froze like usual. Please get me, I don't know. Please just use my supporter creator code. Bro, look at how many bullets are coming at me right now. What the heck, fam? What the heck? Oh my god, I am so sleep deprived. Game 49, I died to this guy. Guess it's time for another Fortnite moment. Oh look, another snipe. I'm so surprised. Spray and pray meta is very pog. We love spray and pray. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I died, which is such a shame because that was honestly a decent game. I know in my Battle Pass review, I talked crap about the skin a lot. I actually quite like it now. I know, I'm a weeb. I don't even like anime, to be honest, so I'm not a weeb, but the skin's decent, okay? This person should not have gotten me this low, I know, but I was trying to go for a.i.m for a challenge, don't blame me. And eventually it turned down to a 1v1, and then I shotgunned this guy for the dub, because I'm super cool and they honestly weren't that good. Game 52, I might have had 5 kills, but none of them were that interesting, so here's me dying. Game 53, I hired Bush Ranger because I have a crap ton of gold and I don't really use it for anything besides an exotic weapon, which I also have. And then I sat in a box. Don't question where I am now, but I was just breaking through this wall and then I won without killing them. That has happened like at least 5 times this 100 drops. Why? Okay, I really need to speed this 100 drops up, so here we go. Here are some speed games. Game 54. Game 55 is played in catch with shadows. I died, it doesn't matter. Game 56, I got completely, absolutely sweated on. Game 57, I died to a bot again. Game 58 was going good until I got sniped out of the air. Game 59, I died to a sweat again. Game 60, I got third partied, so then I died. Game 61, I RPG'd the other guy and then fell to my death because I'm just an epic gamer like that. Game 62, this anonymous just RPG'd his foot right next to me to kill me but didn't die himself somehow. Game 63, I got sniped, and also this is taking too long, so here's just a bunch of deaths in a row. Okay, game 70 is actually decent, let's talk about it. I killed this guy in a plane. Nothing else interesting happened until I killed this guy and brought it down to a 1v1. And the other guy ran out of mats, and that made this a very easy win. Anyway, let's go back to skipping through some games again. Game 76 is actually pretty good too, except I'm gonna do a kill montage because I surprisingly haven't done that this much during this 100 drops. Game 85 is finally another decent one, and it is played with shadows, and as a general rule you should probably drop solo into Flesh Factory, but if you do want to you can do duos, but if you go like any more than 2 people you should not do that at all. Just because as you've seen in some of the previous games, I've left here solo with just like a gray tack and that's pretty much it. So I mean, if you have more people then what are they gonna have? Anyway, nothing else really interesting happened until I sniped this guy and it also lagged a bit. And then we killed his friend, and they had some pretty banger loot. Now it's just sitting in a box, eating floppers whenever Shadows won us this game. Now that is a very cool, epic, I don't know, moment. Game 86 is also another decent game where I killed this crystal, and then I killed Lexa the anime girl. Nothing else happened until it got down to one of the final circles, and I shredded this guy. And yeah, I had an RPG from earlier, so we won this game. Also, can we talk about the fact that Michonne and Captain Marvel just won a game together in Fortnite? This is Fortnite now. In Game 92, I got 2nd place. Game 94, I got 2nd place. Game 96, I got 2nd place. Game 98 is actually one of the fastest times I died at like 81st place. And you know, Game 99 was one of the fastest times I died at 83rd place, but to be fair, it was to Not Fearless, and also, you know, he one-shot me with attack. You know, this 100 drops really did start off good. I had a 25% win rate at one point, except then just after Game 53, it all went downhill. I didn't win for, like, literally 15 games. So that's it. That's the 100 drops. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think it's a pretty good one. This honestly might be my favorite 100 drop so far. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more 100 drops, because I have about 3 in production right now. So anyway, yeah, be sure to use code Clumsy Noname in the Fortnite item shop, subscribe to Luke the Notable, and peace out.